Hello and welcome to DNA Sports. This is Don the D and DNA.
What's going on? This is Ace of the A and DNA.
We bring the facts about sports.
It's Sports Roundtable. I am your humble host, H.O.
Download the Real 1100 app from your Google Play or Apple App Store today.
And now, an important message from Steve Harvey.
I've been thinking about this thing, right? This pandemic, it just isn't over yet. We got the vaccines. I got mine. You might have yours. And when you get that, it's kind of tempting. You want to go to the beach. You want to show up at the club. I'm not scolding you or nothing like that. I'm a performer. I'm tired of doing my shows with no audience. I get it. But listen to this. Don't think just because you got the vaccine that you could just go crazy. We are not quite there yet. Don't let your guard down now. Just follow the current safety guidelines. Wearing your mask is the best way to get it done. I know the mask is hot. I got it. But you know what's hotter than these masks? Staying healthy. Now that's hot. And that's pretty fly if you ask me. Now we need to all keep it together, okay? This is Uncle Steve telling you, let's unite to prevent.
For more information, visit unitetoprevent.org.
You're tuned into WWE Rockville, AM 1100.
The following program is paid for by Influencer 365. The views expressed do not necessarily reflect the views of this station, its management, or the Beasley Media Group.
And we are back right here on the number one rated business show. I am your host, KC Pride, pumping all over the world. Real 1100 AM, iHeartRadio. We got a jam-packed show for you today. I got a super panel. We're going to be talking about finance. We're going to be talking about the Owners Boxx, a brand new experience right here on the number one rated business show. In studio with me, I got the one and only Da Vinci Barcelo, CEO of Buckhead Staffing. On the line coming very, very soon, I got the one and only Mr. Marketology. I mean, it's just going to be a wild one today. Now, let's get a few announcements out of the way. For all my folks out there in the Smyrna area, I want you to go visit my good friends at the Titans Fitness. They are located at 1834 South Cobb Industrial Boulevard, Southeast Smyrna, Georgia, 30082. You can visit them at titans.net. Go in and ask for Rachel from Impact Training. Get a free session on KC Pride, and she can keep you way too sexy just like me. Next, if you are out in the Douglasville area, I want everybody to go visit my barber right over at 6405 Fairburn Road, Studio 1211. You can call and schedule an appointment. Ask for Melvin, 770-485-6772. Tell them KC Pride sent you, and you can get a free cut on the Real 1100 AM. They said they ain't going to pay for it. Also, coming up, this is an entrepreneur show, and we will definitely be talking about a lot of different things in business. One of the biggest things in business is trying to get some funding. The SBA now has $2.5 million in grants that they are giving away for these small businesses. And just real quick, I think we got Miss Angela Walton from over there on the line. She wanted to stop by and give us a little information as far as, okay, we ain't got it just yet. Well, joining the show, we'll have Angela Walton on the line a little bit later on. But joining the show, Jeff Beal, Mr. Marketology.
What's up, KC? The Pride.
What's going on, brother?
Hey, nothing much, man. Just navigating through this Atlanta traffic trying to get to you, man. And like Cam says, I'm back.
It seems like everybody's stuck in traffic today, bro. Well, I want to introduce this whole brand new experience at the Owners Boxx, because we talked about here on Fridays we wanted to do something a little bit more laid back, not so much along the lines of teaching people how to grow their business, but allowing folks to kind of get some of those gripes and headaches off their chest that you deal with in business. In studio with me today, I got from Buckhead Staffing, we got the one and only Da Vinci Barcelo.
Hey, that's right. Maybe a little loud. I'm just playing.
There you go.
No stranger to the show at all. And on the line once again, Mr. Marketology, he will be joining us very, very soon. But Jeff Bill is on the line with us right now. So it is a Friday. It's been a long week. I don't know about y'all. It's been a long week for me, Jeff. How it's been for you?
Man, it's been a long week, but a good week, though. I mean, coming off of holidays, spending time with family. So you got a little bit of rejuvenation. And, this week's been a good week for planning for next year.
Well, Division?
Yeah.
I know you had one. So give us a little bit about what's going on over there at Buckhead Staffing, and tell folks once again, because this ain't the first time. Everybody used to you now. But
this is true.
Tell us a little bit about Buckhead Staffing and what y'all guys got going on over there this week.
Well, I mean, pretty much we're a tech firm for the most part. I mean, we have a 3-layer platform where, people can source talent for themselves. They can have us do it 100%, or they can partner with us and we can do it with them. So, we're just using tech. Like, think about like a local Indeed, just adding there like a YouTube feature where folks can add in they video, get a little personality going on. It's real simple, real basic. Everything's over at buckheadstaffing.com. They can click on see demo, check out the software. It's pretty simple.
Now, one of the biggest things that's been coming up, I've been doing some panels lately and really been trying to get out there a little bit, doing some networking. One of the biggest things that I have heard coming up over and over again, what is it that us entrepreneurs are doing for mental health? What is it? And it's a great topic for a day like today on Friday, because of the simple fact of it's that time to unwind. So what we're going to do this weekend to unwind? What do entrepreneurs do? And what do we do to really, really stay on top of our mental game?
I think first is to avoid all Pisces women. Get them out.
That's horrible, bro. That is horrible. That is horrible.
It's the best thing you could do, man.
Oh my
God.
God.
The Pisces just dip, just automatically, just block and
God.
unfriend, unfollow. Just I think that a piece of it though, it has to be taking a moment to step back. For instance, I do a bunch of hammock camping. I also meditate a lot. Also, I have art. So I think having a hobby that doesn't have anything directly tied to money, I think that's the way you're going to be able to catch your breather, because usually everything we do as entrepreneurs is tied to some form of business expense, whether we're going out, we're networking, or guests, entertaining, all that good stuff. It has something to do with money at some point, but taking something for yourself that you can include other people in if you want, but doing something for yourself that doesn't have any type of like monetary attachment is where I normally find my ability to take the stress off the shoulders.
Now, Jeff, what's one of those things that you do to start to kind of unwind and to make sure that you taking care of that mental health the way that you need to, so you can stay sharp on that Monday morning when I call you at 7:30 to tell you, dog, it's time to get it.
Hey, well, with me, usually it's either riding around, in the car when it's not traffic, or spending time with the little one, let her dictate whatever we're going to do, or this weekend it's gonna be them dogs and those roll ties. That's what I'm gonna do to relax.
Bro, the Alabama Georgia game. Okay, I don't even want to get started on the Alabama Georgia game, but if Georgia does not win this game this time, bro, I am so tired of getting beat every single year in the fourth quarter. If y'all do not know, let me tell Georgia this. Let me give y'all just a little advice. Do not play no starters first, second, or the third quarter, because Saban ain't gonna do it either. He ain't gonna even start playing into the fourth quarter, because he beat us the same way every time. Put all our starters in the fourth quarter and let's start the ball game then. All right, because we're gonna get a championship this year.
Think so?
Oh yeah,
that's what I'm talking about. It's gonna be one of them good ones, boy.
Now this is one of the pitfalls I always find myself falling into. Everything that I enjoy doing, like I start out, I try my best to just enjoy it. I started learning how to fly drones. I started doing these other little things and stuff like that. And before I know it, I make it a business. Mm-hmm. And then it ain't fun no more. Mm-hmm. It's aggravating. Mm-hmm. It's what I'm saying? It's time for money. So what is it that we can do as business owners and this type of stuff to, like, this weekend, not to avoid those pitfalls and not fall into those traps? Jeff?
Well, I mean, one is just embrace who you are, man. I mean, I've got that habit too. Everything I do is going to somehow relate back to business, marketing, money. So I just embrace it. That's just who I am. But I also understand that I need to not take it as serious, you know? So, okay, I'm going to end up being on the computer again. I'm going to end up figuring out how can I market this. But just go ahead and enjoy it and don't beat myself up about it and just say, okay, that is how it's going to be. But don't take it serious. You don't make another job for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Just enjoy it.
Oh, yeah. Now, one of the big things that I'm hearing, customer complaints. Folks, this time of year, customers getting a little riled up. Folks getting upset because, you know, folks put up with all kind of stuff during COVID. Like long wait lines, bro, all these tables open, but y'all can't sit right here. So now that we starting to come out of this, you're starting to see a lot of these restrictions removed. Folks is starting to, you know, got some things to say, especially in some of these restaurants. I've seen some folks go off. So what is it that you are advising business owners on these customer service type deals of this is how you need to deal with this and be a little bit more empathetic to these people that's been waiting to come in here and spend money with you? Go ahead, Joe. The business Saturday.
Yeah. So I mean, I think it's just that. It's be empathetic. You know, listen, understand that first of all, you're there to provide a service and an experience.
Okay.
And so provide the best experience that you can. Second of all, these people can spend their money anywhere in the world, and they spending it with you. So make it the best experience, because if they don't come, you don't make income. If you don't make income, you don't have a job. If you don't have a job, you're really going to be mad because you're going to be sitting at the house.
And like I tell them, brother, if you don't make no income, you're going to have some bad outcomes.
Yeah,
that's a good statement, actually. That's a whole T-shirt. If you don't have some good,
I'm gonna go print it today.
For sure.
But you know, KC, you got those T-shirts coming out. You know, So yeah, put one of them on that T-shirt.
Now, Da Vinci, you are you deal with staffing.
Yeah.
So you see things from a whole different perspective. What is it from like an employee perspective when they are starting to deal with this? Because we are already in this world where most businesses that you go to are understaffed. So if you do have a waitress in there, she got probably way more tables than she's supposed to have. Or in a lot of these corporations, they understaffed as well. Folks stop working. So what is it that you tell your employees as you kind of sneaking them in here and this type of thing? Hey, you might want to keep your cool. It might be stressful, but you know, what is it that you are trying to tell them to keep them in the right mindset in these stressful environments? Because right now, bro, it's rough.
If you don't want to be here, don't be here.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, my leadership management, my leadership style is a little bit more fiery than most. You know what I'm saying? Okay. But you know, if you're there, you know, it's an opportunity to be here. It's not a right, and just take advantage of the opportunity as you're here. You know what I mean? If you're an employee, but most of the time, you know, when you come through like Buckhead Staffing, we're evaluating, you know, we're evaluating your psychological mood, if you will, anyway. Okay. So that you know that you have the right mindset whenever we send you off to a partner.
If you want it.
So that's what it is.
Great, awesome.
You ordering a burger?
I heard the burger order. Right?
A burger at 3:00, right? You get you a salad, some water.
Tell them to tune in to the real 1100 AM.
In traffic. Sorry about that.
Just tell them to tune in to the real 1100 AM. We good to go. Now, join the conversation. All the way from Charlotte, North Carolina, Mr. Marvin Wilson.
Hey.
Marvin, you there with us? Well, continuing the conversation. One thing that we were about to talk about as well, one of the big things that, you know, we've been doing these Rockstar Masterminds, and, you know, one of the biggest things that we've been hearing is access to capital. How is it? Hey, we're going to go to commercial break right quick. We'll be right back.
At Align for Life, we work with attorneys across the entire metro area. We are a portal of entry provider, meaning we can ensure your client is triaged accordingly and coordinate all aspects of your client's chiropractic and medical care from start to finish, including referrals to medical doctors, specialists, and imaging. This is Dr. Fowler. Your injury clients deserve the best: transportation, extended hours, and compliance monitoring. We understand your needs. Refer your injury and accident victims right now by calling us at 404-383-1110 or visit us at yourfinespine.com.
Transportation is provided via Uber, and we are open late so your clients can come in after work.
Auto accidents, wellness care, slip and fall. We take care of it all.
And now an important message from Jerry Rice.
As a career wide receiver, I've been hit hard. But no training nor practice prepared us for the devastation of COVID-19. Thankfully, there is hope. Even with multiple vaccines available, we still have to work together until everyone is safe. We all win when we unite to prevent.
For more information, visit unitetoprevent.org.
Have you been looking for a radio station that gives you sports,
I don't believe it! It's a touchdown!
entertainment,
Are you not entertained?
and other special interest talk shows?
Well, isn't that special?
All on one app?
Yo, that's dope. What app is that?
It's the real 1100 AM app for WWE. Grab it for free in your Google Play or Apple App Store today.
What up, y'all? It's your boy Rodney Perry, comedian extraordinaire, and I'm rocking with my boy KC Pride on the #1 rated business show. What?
And we are back right here on the #1 rated business. So it's a wild ride today. It is a wild ride.
Very
today.
wild. Very wild.
It is a wild ride.
Super wild.
That's all right. It's radio.
We
That's
here
how
now.
we do it. That's what make it fun. Now, Jeff, we still got you on the line?
We still here, man. I'm right around the corner, man. I'm making my way.
All right. Marvin, did we get you in? All right. So, Da Vinci, turn it to the conversation because I know you're a big capitalism type guy. And I know you're a big financial guy because I know how huge are some of the deals that you work on.
Capitalism is great.
One of the biggest things that keep coming up in our Rockstar masterminds and a lot of things that people keep asking us is about finance.
Money.
Griping about finance. And then going into 2022, you know, it's really setting up to be a huge year for a lot of folks.
Mm-hmm.
So when we start talking about, you know, this whole access to capital, how do I get money? How do I get, you know, this stuff funded? How do I stop using my own profits, my own, you know, receipts to fund my business? How do I get this, you know, $1 million to get to? Because I remember me and you had this conversation. What is it that you're advising people on that's going to help people get to that number? Or how do small business owners get to that number?
Build your company to sell it. Build your company to sell it so that after you get a transaction, 2, 3, or 4 out of the way, you have enough capital where you can go and do whatever you really want to do. You know, it's very similar to like an Elon approach. You know what I mean? You know, you build you a PayPal, you get involved with a PayPal so you can fund your SpaceX. So it's chess, not checkers. You need to be thinking 2 to 3 moves in advance at all times. And I see a lot of I see in most entrepreneurs, especially minority-owned entrepreneurs, is that when we build our companies, we're not building them to transition out because we don't know. You know, no one's really talking about it.
But what do you mean? Like I understand what build it with the end in mind and build it to sell it. But what does that really mean? Because you know that's not something. Entrepreneurship is really something that's really starting to broaden in our community. But definitely a lot of these principles that you're talking about, build it to sell. You know, we think legacy, we think hold on to it forever, and this type of thing. So what is this whole build it to sell it mentality?
Well, they're thinking poorly. So it's a poverty mindset where you think that, you know, you're going to be the only one that's going to build that type of company and it's scarcity and I want to hold on to it. No, you don't want to hold on to it. You want to create something of value that someone else wants to purchase, and then they're going to trade you the currency. And then once you have that currency, you can go and do whatever you want to do. But having a mentality of like you're going to hold on to it forever is like foolish, because you're not going to be on this. You're not going to be on this planet forever. And when you're thinking about legacy, you need to be thinking about how you're going to give the next version of you, your next generation, give them tools that they need so that they can go and do whatever. You know what I mean? Like if you go start a last business, your daughter might not want to do a last business. Your son might not want to do a last business, or your son might not want to do seeming, or they might not be creative. Your kids might want to go do law, but if you give them a marketing firm, they might not have the passion to go ahead and go. It's the same thing that you see in estate planning and like successions.
Well, tell me this: how do you build a business to sell it?
That's a much better question. Is how do you build it? How do you build it?
Yeah, how do you build a business to sell it?
Well, one, you want to find a deal strategist like me, so I can go ahead and put your pieces together. But you want to put it in a point to where everything. I'll give you. Here goes one piece of information I'll give you. Make sure everything is transferable. Everything from your email accounts to your website, to your bank, to your staff if need be. Make sure everything is transferable, and you can do that with procedures.
Okay.
So make everything transferable, so that way you can sell it.
Now, Jeff joining us in studio. I know you was on the phone because we heard the echo. I'm sorry about that, y'all. But Jeff joining us in studio. We hear all the time: access to capital, access to capital, access to capital. And I got a financial expert supposed to be joining us pretty soon. But 2022 serves to be a huge year. Everybody knows this is a comeback year for everybody. So, and it's gonna take some money to get out here and really, really do some things. So, what is it? What is it from your end that you see as far as 2022? He's talking about building your business to sell. He's talking about, run it up. Let's get debt up. Let's get the millions of dollars going.
Mm-hmm.
What is it that you see is the right way for business owners?
Well, I say, first of all, take some time to come back on understanding what you did in business this year.
Okay.
And then look at who your real audience is and start modifying your marketing toward that versus the whole, we're just going to do what everybody else is doing type of thing.
Okay.
So I think that once you start doing that, especially once you've been doing business and you start understanding what's working, what's not working, the moves you've been making, and you start modifying that, is better than saying, okay, well, what we're going to do is this is the new hot trend, and we're going to go with that new hot trend.
Okay. Now, me personally, I've always kind of prided myself on just kind of making everything out of my own pocket. I put all my own money behind a lot of type of stuff. But now, as I'm starting to grow and starting to expand and starting to stretch my money, I'll just be honest with you, I'm starting to find I can't put my money in everything and still be able to pay my bills and still be able to pay employees and all this other type of stuff. So, as you start to grow, as you start to get out there, join the conversation, Marvin Wilson. Is you there with me?
Yes, I am. What's going on, kid?
Let me introduce to everyone, financial expert all the way from North Carolina, Marvin Wilson. And this is actually a great segue for you because, like we were just saying, entrepreneurs, we love to do more than what we can. A lot of folks will say you ain't an entrepreneur if you ain't got more on you than what you can handle.
Right.
But a lot of us try to do all this stuff, funding it out of our own pockets and
money, you got to be able to leverage how that looks to it when it comes to the financial institutions, when it comes to your vendors, and the long reach is being able to really get beyond that first year or two then you'll be able to see a lot of that lineage come back, and it could work for you, because I tell people you don't work within a business on how much you make in profit. You run it as a credit, and when you run it as a credit, the product's going to come. It's very easy to see the profits, because the interest and everything that comes with everything that you're paying on is going to come. It's going to accrue over time. So the only way that you can be able to do is actually just be creative, understand what it really takes to run your business. What does this look like on an annually? And just get the ball rolling on all aspects. But you're going to have to understand how it looks on that credit report. Personally, coming in as a personal guarantor, a lot of people want to look at it saying, hey, I want to use my business credit. Well, you have to look at it from a bank standpoint. I do business credit all day. And I've actually put in millions of dollars into people's businesses utilizing their business credit. But what I have to get them to understand is I tell them, I say, you got to look at Walmart, guys. Until you understand that when you walk into Walmart, everything in Walmart is straight profit. That stuff been paid for 2 or 3 years ago. Okay. Those people got millions and millions and millions of dollars of credit on that jar of mayonnaise or whatever. You know what I mean? So, and we look at it even with anybody that have try to do it, like Patti LaBelle. Patti LaBelle jumped in there, and I love, the way she came in. She had nice pies, but to make a good example of how a business is ran, when she jumped in with the big fish, her pies was getting bought out within hours, and so there was nothing on the counter. So she had to actually go in and, and sort of correlate a relationship with Walmart to get her lineage and get her product line that it can be strong enough that it can provide the supply and demand for her pies. It was good pie, but it wasn't lasting but for a few hours on the counter. So you have to be able to understand and know you could have a good product, but for the livelihood and for that to really get out there and to really get monetized, you got to have a credit component behind it.
I have questions. So this is Da Vinci Barcelo, by the way. So I have questions. So bear with me 1 second, because I know that you briefly went over like net 30s and things like that, right? But a small business operator, most of them, like 85, 90% of them, they're not going to have the, because you're referring to factoring, right? Discounting out the ARs?
No, it's not so much with factoring. It's just almost about just the essentials of what comes with a business. I mean, not so much you have to be brick and mortar, but it's usually some type of, it's something that you're paying to run your business. It might just be the website. It might be your graphic designer. It might just be people in general that help you run your business. But the thing is what I'm trying to get to see is that when you set your business up for it to be monetized and for it to be valued, for you to go ask for monies in a business name, those things have to be able to be in a more of a business trade line or be reported. Because unless you're just going to go from a more of a sole prop and put more emphasis and put a lot of weight on your personal credit, which you have to do that sometimes when you start a business. But if you really want to build a business, you have to go out there and put those things out in more of a net 30. And when I say that, those are things that people are facing and looking at on an every monthly basis to run their business.
Yeah, I got you. I don't know, bro. I'm gonna keep. I don't know. So hold on. So let me kind of understand. It's just because I think I understand what you're saying, and I was dropped as a child, so I'm a little slow. You know what I'm saying? It was an escalator. My mom, she only got like 3 fingers on her right hand, so it's a little crazy. But I'm just, I'm because all right. Let's start here at the basics. And I'm just asking because I'm curious. You're talking about something I'm very passionate about. This is something I have pretty good background in this. So when you're talking about funding small businesses, right? And I'm guessing this is what you do, right?
Yes, I do.
Right, cool.
I have a franchise in three counties up here. It's Lindeo. It's a fintech financial technology based franchise. Yes.
Now hold on right there. Let's tell everybody a little bit about Lindeo and tell us about that platform and what is Lindeo.
Lindeo is more. It's a lending place. It's not actually like a bank sitting on the corner. It's pretty much we have pretty much about 85 different lenders, banks, credit unions. Some private lendings. There's a lot of different entities under an umbrella. But what it does is pretty much it can, it gives the lending capabilities to pretty much anybody that comes. And it's pretty much a pre-qualification. So it's a good preventive maintenance for small business owners to step into and just see where they are. And they let you know where you are. And, and a lot of people starting to understand now financial technology. It's not about the FDIC. It's not about the banks and being regulated. And, if I have a cigar bar, if I put all this money in your bank, but I can't get any funding with you because you don't support tobacco. Well, we have, a fortitude of 85 lenders that will supply and fund any business. So it's a different platform now. And it's a lot of it is done online. You don't have to go into a bank. It's fast. You get funding within 2 days. And Lindeo came and really broke the barriers when it came with the PPP language and all that came in last year when people needed that help. Okay. Because most of the banks now are manual underwriting. Like 95% of the banks, even the big guys, it's manual underwriting that still goes on. So, but what we have is a proprietary software that it pretty much can put you in and look at your data and pretty much give you a computerized underwriting, and then you get your money in your bank account in 2 days. That's how they leverage and helped out a lot of these banks get out of that whole strain of, being able to get these people funded for this PPP because it was overloaded. They couldn't even help their own clientele within their own banks, Okay. So that's what Lindeo is.
Now, Jeff, bringing you back into the conversation. A lot of times we get into these funding questions and this type of stuff, and really we've seen it all. You know what I'm saying? We've seen it all the way up from the big numbers down to the low numbers, down to the small, everything like that. When you're out there trying to get started, how do you get the dream started? How do we get going? How do we get it pumping? Because it's 2022. You got a whole new slew of folks that's ready to get out here and be entrepreneurs. Mm-hmm. You got all these folks that's been down all year. They ready to come back. And you got this just robust group of folks that's just ready to go spend money like you would not believe. Mm-hmm. So it's just the perfect storm for everybody. But how do we take advantage of that? And how do we get ready for that for 2022?
Well, I think I love the conversation y'all having is understand your lane, understand your business, first of all, because a lot of us are out here dreaming that we are something that we're not. Okay. So when it comes to marketing, they're like, well, Amazon's doing this. Well, you're not Amazon. You don't have use to lose money. You don't have investors. You don't have shareholders. Understand who you are. Understand where you are in that lane. Understand your audience, their need. So first of all, stop telling people what you offer.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody's talking about, well, this is what you want because this is what I have.
Okay.
But understanding who are you serving and what's their need.
Okay.
Then how do you benefit that need? And now how can you get in front of them and let them know that you're the clear and obvious choice to benefit their need? That's how you should address your business. All this, and I'm a marketer.
Okay.
But all this, I need SEO and I need this and I need that. Sounds good, but do you? Because if you don't understand your foundation, you really don't know what you need yet because you don't know who you are.
Now let's get real.
And I got questions.
All right, so let's get real. It's 2022 coming up, and we see this all the time. So, Marvin, what does it look like? I'm ready to bank on myself. I want a $20,000 loan. Let's go. 2022, I'm gonna throw $20,000 in marketing. What does that actually really look like in the real world? How does that really come across through the Lindeo platform?
Well, I mean, basically, right now, since past COVID, it's always been like that. They really, a lot of times they wanted to see if traditional banks, if you have a relationship, they like to see cash flow. But if you're a startup, I mean, you're going to have to come in and you're going to have a 700 plus credit score. And like I said, again, they'll go ahead and put you as a PG. And then, of course, anybody can get a piece of plastic if you have a good credit score. So they'll give you a business card. A lot of people get the business card, and we call it pull down, and they can pull down and turn it into cash. There's different instruments out there that they're even called, and I'll put it out there, and they need to pay me on this one, called plastic. A lot of times when you have to, you can't pay people with a credit card. You have to pay them with cash, and you can actually leverage and pull the money off of the credit card. You can get monies that way for a quick $20,000.
Okay.
Or you can show your last 90 days of good cash flow, And, they can look and see how your deposits and how those things are flowing.
No,
And then they can look at the puzzle on.
Man, a lot of times they got an accent. I'm just gonna say, and they're gonna give me the loan today. I give you the money tomorrow. Just give me your bank statements, and I'll put 20,000 in your account tomorrow. But you got to pay it back every day.
Exactly. I mean,
every day. Okay. How does that?
Those are that subprime stuff. I mean, you don't want to get into that. We try to stay away from that. That's why we try to get people to really understand about how the credit looked at and how the lenders are going to look at you. I mean, if you come in there with a 600 credit score, yeah, they're going to put you in a day-to-day or one of those weekly situations, and they're going to tear your bank account alive. And every time you make a 5 cent, they're going to take 4 cents from you, But at the end of the day, to get into a good product and for the business to look healthy when it comes to these lenders, like I said, again, definitely come with credit, cash, and putting money in the bank accounts, guys. And like I said, a lot of people commingle their monies, and I think that messes them up. And I ain't gonna say think, it does. And that's when you commingling your money with personal and business, and they got to start putting their money flowing through their business account so it can be reporting, so people can see what are you doing with your business. If you show them money, they can give you some money.
Now, let's raise the bar a little bit, because Da Vinci, I know.
I'm chomping at the bit over here. Good God,
hold on. But no, just for a few larger corporations, because I know you do deals way up in the millions and this type of thing. What is it? How do you go looking for that type of cash for 2022? How do you go looking for millions of dollars in investment and getting that going for your 2022 year?
Well, I mean, I use a syndicate approach. You know what I'm saying? I do a cap stack, and I use, like, for example, what it sounds like to me is Lindeo sounds more like a brokerage platform. Like, essentially what they do is they have a list of pre-qualifications that they're going to hit a certain, like, say, for example, they got 50 banks.
Okay.
All right, total. All right. So say it's 50 banks in the world. They got 10 banks that all basically have the same pre-qualifications. So what these guys do is they got a wholesale deal from these 10 banks, and they say, hey, we're going to bring you qualified leads. It's a marketing play. They're going to bring qualified leads, and in order to do that.
So how do you on the other end of the spectrum with the millions of dollars, how does someone see my product? There's only one option to get this to the market. I know I need $1 million. How do I do it?
His approach will be the safest and quickest, which is basically factoring out your ARs, which is using like your net 30s, 60s, and 90s, and then creating cash flow off of those. You get a loan off of those, basically. So you can get a loan between, like, basically you can cash out, if you will, that money and get 90% plus off of whatever your AR is. So, like, say for example, you got $100,000 coming in the next 30 days off of accounts that are going to be paying you. All right.
Okay.
You can come to someone like me or Lindeo, and we can give you 90 grand on that. We'll give you that money. We'll collect.
Okay.
But the reason why I get passionate and start chomping at the bit is because it sounds like mixing 2 to 3 different types of companies. Like, a small business startup is, generally speaking, not going to have the bandwidth to be able to lend out credit to someone who can give them a 30, 60, or 90. Most small business owners don't even know what the hell don't even know what a net account is. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
They don't understand it. Hey, I'm gonna have to give up product and then wait to get that in order to get that money back in. And when they do, those numbers, depending upon the credit of the person doing the borrowing, is going to determine if they can get that account.
And the question I have with it too is when you're talking about smaller business and you're talking about entrepreneurs, good credit is not something that most of them have, because
let's do this.
Yeah,
because my producer trying to tell y'all.
You gotta tell us to shut up.
We're gonna throw some water on Da Vinci, cool him off for a second. I'm gonna hold you over the break, Marvin. We'll be right back after this.
Hi, this is Dr. Williams with the Line for Life Wellness. I want to invite you to our new office at 1800 Jonesboro Road in Atlanta. Come in for a consultation, examination, therapy, and x-ray, all for just $100.
What?
Yes, $100. This offer expires soon, so call us to schedule at 404-383-1110 or find us on the web at www.yourfinespine.com.
If you want to be fine, take care of your spine.
We're open late.
The holidays will be different this year. Many of us will be hosting loneliness, financial fears, stress, and anxiety. So when you're planning your holiday to-do list, here's something that all ages can enjoy. Better mental health. It starts by being realistic with your time and money. It's okay to say no. Eat healthy food, cut back on alcohol and smoking, and start exercising. Create an emotional support team and stay in touch with each other by phone, social media, or video. Keep those numbers handy. And if you see someone else struggling, reach out. We'll all feel sad about our missed traditions and family this year. But if it's interfering with your work and your personal life, seek help. Talk to your doctor or to a mental health professional. If you're in a crisis, call 800-273-TALK or text TALK to 741-741. This station is part of the Beasley Best community of caring. You can find other holiday mental health tips and resources at our website.
Attention, radio station listener. This might make you say, oh my god. Get this station and 1,500 live stations plus a custom station you can create all in one right now. Download the free app now at iHeartRadio.com. Oh my god.
Hey, it's Matt Hampton from the new Black Wall Street Market, and you're listening to the #1 business show here in Atlanta, Georgia.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back right here on the #1 rated business show all over the world on iHeartRadio. In studio with me, I got the one and only, the real deal, Jeff Bill.
I'm back.
and the overheated Da Vinci Barcelo.
Hot. Very hot. Very hot.
Finishing up the conversation, Jeff had an interesting point that he wanted to come across.
Yeah, I was just saying, when it comes to smaller businesses, and you're talking about entrepreneurs that are using usually their family money, their household expenses, and so forth, having good credit sometimes isn't a luxury that they have. I mean, they really have ruined their credit to follow their dream. What angle or what method should they take in order to do that if they can't hit that 700 plus credit score?
Mark?
Well, I'll tell you what, man. And what I did, guys, is when I implemented this franchise, and it wasn't really that pricey. It was a little over $100,000, and I got into it. But the thing is, what I told them when I came up there, some guys out of Utah, and of course, people do their research on Utah. It's the #1 economy in the United States. It's like the Silicon Valley for financial. So I love to sit there and sit around. I'm a student of what they're putting out. But at the end of the day, I told them I have a brick and mortar, probably the number one top notch brick and mortar business and credit company, and I'm going to hold on to that. And I said, it would behoove me to give my business away in order to buy into this franchise. It was like, oh, absolutely not. Marvin, listen, because you already have the database. So I guess the point that I'm making, guys, is the education. And I think that everybody gets into it, and entrepreneurs people are good at what they do. They just don't know how to monetize what they do. You see? So, but if you give them the education, the key, and the triggers of understanding, okay, listen, guys, let me teach you how to get a 680.
I tell you what,
680 makes you fundable.
I tell you what, I just had an idea. The real deal, Jeff Bill, the rockstar KC Pride, Da Vinci Barcelo, Marvin Wilson, North Carolina. We can go and we can open up the seminar. We can do it right now. What's up?
We sure can, man. Hey, but listen, guys, funding-credit, man. It's the #1 credit company in Charlotte.
We're gonna tell you how to fund your business. Then we're gonna tell you how to market your business. Then we're gonna tell you how to sell it. I'm just saying.
Hold up. Wait a minute. You missed the part. How to brand your business.
I'm gonna teach you how to be a rock star. Okay, you're gonna be the rock star of your business. Now, if anybody wants to get involved with Lindeo, for real, man, I want to come up there and do an event with you guys. I see, all the passion and this type of stuff. So I definitely want to come there and do an event with you guys up there in North Carolina. Me and Jeff, Mark, Da Vinci, the whole team will come up.
I'm gonna call Cap. I'm calling Cap.
So you calling
Cap?
But if anybody wants to get involved with the Lindeo
we got to be
platform,
that bridge from Atlanta to Charlotte, man. Let's go out here and help some people and educate some people. That's what it's about.
Always, brother. Now, if anybody want to get in contact with you, man, if you will just drop your information real quick and let everybody know how they can get in contact with you and how you can help them out.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You can definitely just give us a call. It's 980-263-2426. And any of the extensions is here. And definitely you can go to Lindeo Charlotte on Facebook. You know, we're right here, plotted in the Carolinas. Or you can go to funding-credit.com with a subsidiary. We're right in the same business building. And that's the business credit and the personal credit.
All right, brother. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much. Thanks, Kev.
All right, brother. Now, Tuesday coming up, we got our masterclass.
Yep.
$97, hour and a half. You get questions, you get answers. All right. What are we going to be talking about at this masterclass? Big time, Joe.
I mean, really, it's going to be about getting ready for next year, getting ready for, I wouldn't even say next year, getting ready for your next step. You know, whether you're doing it this year or you're doing it next year, but get ready for your next step. We're going to talk about some branding, talking about identifying who you are and what makes you that rock star.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to identify who you're going to go to market to and how you're going to go to market. So, you know, you'll have the plan. You'll have the actual strategies in place.
Okay.
What you do with those strategies is up to you, but you'll at least have the knowledge.
Oh, yeah. And just now joining our team, it ain't just now, but eventually will be the master deal maker. If you want to learn how to make deals, that masterclass will be coming up very, very soon.
Yeah,
this man is a
trying
master.
to tell people to sell their baby. I heard that when I was driving in.
Sell your children.
But he gonna get your deal.
Sell your children.
Sell
them.
He gonna get your deal, though, bro. I promise you gonna
But
get a
don't go
deal.
to Lindeo.
Yeah,
you can get better money.
Look, he was like, I want you to start your business, sell your business.
Start it to sell it.
That's your baby.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Your
Okay.
kid got to have its own life. You got to let that thing go. Best thing you
Let
can
it
do
fly,
is,
huh?
man, best thing
Not
you
no
can do is
30-year-old in the basement.
No, man, nah. And it is. I've been the 30-year-old in the basement. And let me tell you, you know what I'm saying? And I stacked my bread. I'm in Buckhead now. How you feeling? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing wrong with stacking your paper and doing it the right way. There's nothing wrong with it.
So as 2022 is coming up, a lot of folks, one big thing, one big pitfall I see a lot of folks falling into is we get all this excitement, we get all these great ideas, we don't write them down. If we do write them down, we might do some bullet points, but we don't take no bullet points and make some steps out of them. And then on them steps, we don't put that to no type of timeline. We don't put it on the calendar. You know what I'm saying? So one of the biggest things, you know, how important is that strategic plan, making sure that you know what it is. This is what I want to do in 2022. This is how I'm going to do it. These are the steps, and this day I start.
Well, I put it like this. If you know the old cliche, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, it's like this. You can have the baddest team in the world sitting on the basketball court, but you go up against a team like Phil Jackson coach team with a playbook, you're going to get beat out. Now, I don't care who he brings on that court because they have plans. They have contingencies. They know what to look for. They know how to score.
Oh, yeah.
You out here running and gunning. Well, what happens when you twist your ankle? So I'm saying, I mean, the thing is, a lot of times you go out there without this plan mapped out. You don't even know what to do once these problems come in. It's gonna come.
Oh, yeah.
Business problems gonna come, but you don't understand. But if you have it mapped out, you say, okay, well, Facebook blocked me out, but I'm not relying only on Facebook because I already got this over here. Facebook blocked me out. I already got an email list. I've already, see what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
I've been blocked out of Facebook so many times.
Man, I'm blocked out of Instagram right now.
Well, I got a problem with them folks right now. Tell them folks to get it together.
But you know, that does lend to a good thing. And you know, Rodney Perry was on Wednesday and he said the same thing. You know, a lot of these comedians is out here and they're making a lot of money off Facebook. You know, you can get 30, 40 racks. But the whole thing is you break one rule, there go your money.
No, you don't.
There go your marketing.
Let's put like
say
this.
it like
You
I don't want
have
it.
to break a rule. They just changed their algorithm.
They changed the algorithm. They messed
my,
you up.
my account that got blocked is an account I don't even use. So the only rule I broke was I ain't post nothing. You know what I'm saying?
That does lend to a lot of conversation, a lot of stuff that we hear all the time. You know, tactics and this type of thing. In 2022, and we already kind of already know, and we've seen a lot of this in 2021. But in 2022, what is going to be that platform I want to put my business on?
The platform that you want to put your business on is the platform that your audience is going to do their due diligence. That's the platform. I'm gonna be real. All that other stuff,
That's a real good answer.
Well, yeah, all you're doing is marketing. This is the funny part. You're marketing their business. You go on Facebook, pay your ad money to drive traffic to your profile. Then all of a sudden, Facebook blocks you out. They keep your leads.
Right.
And you're looking out of money, out of time, out of leads.
It's almost like, hey, can I pay y'all to help me build y'all up?
Exactly.
Please. But you ain't gonna get nothing.
But with a plan, here's the thing. With a plan, then you can also say, okay, I'm gonna filter them off of this.
Oh, yeah.
And this is my next step. And if they block me, I've already got other plans.
And you know, it's so funny this day and age in 2022, and we've seen this thing happen so many times already. There's that app that comes out, it emerges out of nowhere, and boom, that's where all the traffic goes to. TikTok did it, Snapchat did it,
The little talking one?
Instagram did
Which
it,
one was it?
Clubhouse doing it now.
Clubhouse, there we
You know what I'm saying? So you don't really need them old medium. Well, I ain't gonna say old mediums. Let's not do that to them because we did that to cable TV. Okay. But Facebook and all this type of stuff, bro, you ain't the king like that no more. You ain't got that weight like that no more. You know what I'm saying? I might want to spend my money over here on TikTok.
And then even with that, with your plan, with your strategy, I'm gonna get into Da Vinci's world right now.
Jump on in. We got
with
room.
your check it out. I've talked to 2 of my clients that have literally made enough money to where Square and I forgot the other company they were using froze their daggone account.
Oh,
froze their money for 30 days.
Yeah. The merchant account. Yeah.
Ain't that messed up? It's your money.
Yeah.
And they froze it and said, well, you can't access it for the next 30 days till we figure out why you making so much money.
Yeah, they do that.
You know what I'm saying?
No, they do that.
Tasha, my show don't stop till 4. Do not FaceTime me no more today.
Yeah, and you know the funny part about that is if you don't have a plan in place, then what do you do when all of a sudden you got $100,000 frozen in an account that you were looking at doing other things with?
Right.
Okay.
And that's a perfect part to bring up why somebody will try to find someone like me to factor out their AR because they know, hey, my accounts just got frozen. Can we do something with it?
What do you do about that though? What real recourse do you have?
Not a day. You can't do
Because
nothing.
Facebook a private company, TikTok, all of them owned by private entities. So what is it you really gonna do if I say, hey, I don't? Because I hate to say this, and I know a lot of folks are probably gonna be mad at me, but hell, look what they did to the president.
Yeah,
but they shut the president off, bro.
Hey,
How the hell you turn the president off?
That's showing you their power.
I'll tell you what you need to do. Wu-Tang said it best. Diversify. Diversify.
Yeah, if you're talking about that one particular account, yeah, there's really no one you can complain to. You know what I'm saying? I always even I have other interests and I have a background in marketing. And one of the things I tell all the people that came up to is make sure that we have multiple ways to get the bread in because there's guaranteed you're going to incur some type of problems with if you're just using one merchant account or whatever the case may be. Same thing I will also tell here's a life hack for everybody else who's out there who doesn't know. If you have one business account, go to all the other banks and open up business accounts as well. Just so that if Wells Fargo's act stupid, Bank of America is there and it's already up and active.
Okay.
They're going to require all this.
Yeah, because you do get that rollover and you can't get your card, you can't use it.
When you open up, like for example, today earlier I was at Wells. Well, I'll be quiet on that, but I was like to call doing a bank run. You know what I'm saying? Where I literally just drive around.
It sounds like
just
you robbing somebody.
Right, pretty much. You know what I'm saying?
If the feds come, I'm squealing.
Nah, man, you ain't. Nah, we ain't.
I seen it all.
Nah, we not doing none of that. We're not doing.
But
none
no,
of that.
we only got a few minutes left in the show. If anybody wants to get involved with Buckhead Staffing, Da Vinci, if anybody want to get in contact with you and get some of the coaching and learning about deals and strategies and things like that, how can folks reach you and how folks can connect?
If you are an enterprise and you need some good people to come on, then all you got to do is go to buckheadstaffing.com or you can send us an email over at goodpeople@buckheadstaffing.com. The rest, as far as deals is concerned, you can just go to davincibarcelo.com, ask Google, ask Siri about me, hit me up on LinkedIn. We'll chop it up and move from there.
And if you want to be successful in 2022, you need to join us for this masterclass. Jeff Bill, Casey Pride, Mark Parham, Da Vinci Barcelo. It's an hour-and-a-half masterclass, $97. We're going to teach you exactly what you're going to need to do in 2022 to be successful because I promise you the energy is right. Everybody's excited. Buyers are excited.
Yeah.
Customers are excited. New merch is coming out.
I want to say something real quick.
We manufacturing again, bruh. We might get some new Air Max or something this year. You never know.
I also want to say I don't do master classes. I don't have a product to sell. I'm only doing this because of Mr. Pride. So this is the only time you're gonna hear me talk. Period. Like other than that, it's gonna be on press releases or deals have been done. But I don't do masterminds. I'm doing this because I know Kevin for a while. And he came to me. He said, "Man, I need you to get back to the community." And I was like, "All right, man."
I love how you put the community in there.
Yeah.
I said business owners.
That's what he said. That's what he said.
And Kevin said $97 ain't much because that's what he spent on lunch every day, all day.
Lightweight. That's think about it, man. That's not even a full sew-in. That's not even a full sew-in. There's a girl right now. Who's like,
so if you If you want to be a part of this mastermind, it's going to be this Tuesday and every Tuesday except for the 1 week of Christmas. But this Tuesday, you can go. I'm going to post it on all our social media. Once again, Jeff will post it. I'll post it. DaVinci will post it. If you want to be there, you hit that link. $97 gets you in this class. We're going to have an hour and a half. We're going to talk about strategy. We're going to talk about what you need to do, the networks you need to focus on, as well as you get to ask questions and get answers that night straight from the people that you want to hear from. Until next week, I'll be back on Monday at 3 p.m. right here on the Real 1100 a.m. Boy, the schedule getting busy. But until then, iHeartRadio fans all over the world, thank y'all so much for tuning in. Algenia, I'm glad you're back, girl. We are out.
Say the streets ain't the same no more.